We'd worked really hard for a whole year to do this one thing, which is make Worlds, and we failed.
If we don't win this game, then we are basically out of competition and we won't participate in LCS.
We really have to win this match, because this is our career.
Curse Academy, they secured top 2 in these playoffs.
I feel like our team morale is a lot higher than theirs, and that's definitely something that's going to help us going into the matches. I believe we have a good shot at that.
H2K become the summer playoff champions.
I'm playing against Copenhagen Wolves. I know that they are kind of the weakest team in LCS right now, so I think we can take them out.
Now I have to prove that we deserve to be in LCS.
It's the most important thing right now in my career to get back in LCS.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Spring 2015 League of Legends Championship Series Promotion Tournament, coming to you live from our studios here in Los Angeles, California. Hey everyone, I'm David Freak Cheerly. Alongside me is the man I love to cast with the most of anyone in the entire world, Aiden Zyrene Moon. And over the next 3 days, 6 teams from North America and Europe will battle to keep their spots in the LCS against 6 challenger squads hungry to take their place.
Oh yeah, they're super hungry. They want to on that spot right up. And that's right, Freak. There's a lot on the line this week as the teams have been fighting through the Challenger Series all summer long to take on the LCS teams who finished in 6th, 7th, and 8th. And there's a very real chance we could be seeing some new blood and talent in the EU LCS after today.
That's going to be a whole bunch of fun now. Of course, before we get into today's matches, let's take a look at the LCS teams who have already qualified to return next year to the LCS. Up first in Europe, we have Alliance, Fnatic, SK Gaming, Roccat, and the Super Hot Crew.
And in North America, it's Team Solo Mid, Cloud9, LMQ, Curse, and Dignitas.
And of course, the top 3 teams from each region will be competing at Worlds, while those who placed 4th and 5th will just sit things out for a bit until the 2015 spring season begins.
Yeah, and yesterday, the Worlds Reveal show showed us the 4 groups that the 6 LCS teams will be competing in, along with 10 teams from around the world. And here they are. In Group A, it's China's Edward Gaming, Korea's Samsung White, the GPL's AHQ Esports Club, and Turkey's Dark Passage. Group B is the North America's Team Solo Mid, China's Starhorn Royal Club, the Taipei Assassins from the GPL, and Europe's SK Gaming.
Now, Group C consists of Korea's Samsung Blue, China's OMG, Europe's Fnatic, and LMQ from North America. And finally, Group D has Europe's Alliance, Cloud9 from North America, Korea's Najin White Shield, and the other international wildcard team, Kaboom Esports from Brazil.
Now that we showed you guys the reveal show, I'm actually really excited about that Group C there, the group of Deft. There's a lot of talented mid laners, a lot of talented AD carries, and I think that group is really going to decide what ends up happening in the bracket stages, because most of the other groups, you can take a pretty good guess at who's going to make it out. That one, it's really up in the air.
Yeah, I like that Group C has a lot of really cool matchups in the mid lane there, and overall just, I also, again, yeah, I agree. A is pretty cut and dry, I think. It's a lot of clear favorites there, but B, C, and D, I think actually all have a lot of sort of tumultuous, there could be kind of any of the ones there, so it's going to be a bunch of fun games. I can't wait to see them.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be good. All right, so guys, as a heads up, Stage 1 of the World's Championship will begin with Groups A and B on September 18th at 2 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central European Summer Time. So mark your calendars. But we're here for the Spring Promotion Tournament, so let's take a look at the schedule for this. Each series is a best of 5, and we'll kick things off today with the Copenhagen Wolves versus H2K Gaming, followed by Counterlogic Gaming taking on Curse Academy.
On Wednesday, Gambit will face off against SK Gaming Prime, and then the Evil Geniuses will battle Team Coast.
And on Thursday, Millennium squares off against Unicorns of Love, followed by Complexity versus Team 8. And if you'd like to check out the schedule or get stats for the teams and players, as well as watch VODs of past matches, and of course much more, head over to lolesports.com.
That's also where you can vote on who you guys think is going to win the series, and just make your choices on the schedule. Hit submit. We'll check out the tallies before each matchup. So in case you guys didn't get that from me, you go ahead and go to the website, and there's a place you can go vote on the teams.
True. In case you don't listen to us, just, website's got it for you.
Sometimes I'm hard to understand.
It's true. Sometimes me too. I've been trying to practice my Australian accent all day for some reason. With a lot riding on the line for all the teams this week, let's check in with our analysts to see what they have to say about today's matches.
Thank you, Freak. I'm James Dash Patterson, along with our special guests, Xpecial and Skara. And gentlemen, right off the bat, I want to take a look at the series where Copenhagen Wolves will face H2K Gaming. The Wolves, no doubt, find themselves in a very familiar situation. They have already made the trip to the promotion tournament 3 times, and this will be the 2nd time as an LCS squad. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they have an advantage. So what I want to know is, what are their chances against this pretty strong H2K team?
From what I understand, H2K should be, if not heavily favored, at least slightly favored going into this match. They've been looking really, really strong in the Challenger Series, and to be honest, they've been quite dominating in their performance. And Copenhagen Wolves is the last place team in the LCS. They've looked really, really rocky. They've had a lot of roster swaps. They've changed to Broken Shard and then back to Airwalks. And so I'm not quite sure like what kind of synergy they have right now. And so I'm actually kind of curious how they'll be looking to perform coming into the series.
I think if anything, Copenhagen Wolves knows how much this means, and they know the pressure. And for them, this could be their chance to really bring their roster together. They have a bunch of changes, and now's the time to show off what they learned in this month. And that's a really long time for a team to really get together.
There's definitely got to be some confidence that goes along with having played on this stage before in a LAN setting. But later in the show, we're also going to get to our second series, which is CLG against Curse Academy. So what do you guys expect to happen in this matchup?
That one's actually much tougher for me to determine. Curse Academy, they're looking strong, but CLG, obviously, they're this veteran team. No one wants to see them out. They're a fan favorite. But at the same time, Curse Academy, they're hungry. They want to win, and CLG, they're looking down. And I mean, both sides, they have ways to win. This isn't a shoo-in for either team, and I really want to see what happens.
Scar, thoughts on that matchup?
I think CLG is going to take it, but I don't know by how much of a favorite. I think I would say like 70-30 or even like 80-20. Like I have strong confidence in CLG, even though their performance recently has been pretty lackluster. I feel like I think they're going to just bring it together for this game, right in the series.
Yeah, I would have to say, if I were to judge the peaks of the two teams, like their ceilings, I would say that CLG definitely has the ability to rise to the occasion and win this matchup fairly easily. Now, though, we'd like to hear from you guys at home, so head on over to Twitter and let us know which teams do you think will be qualifying for the LCS today and why. Send your answers to us at LOL Esports along with the hashtag LCS, and we'll read your responses on air later in the show. But we're going to get right into it, so I'm going to send it back to Freak and Zyrene to take us into our first